M0FXB, welcome to my channel. I thought I'd show these four DMR radios side by side, and the question could be, why have four different DMR radios? They all pretty much do the same thing, and these four do. So I'll explain why. The experience for each radio is completely different. The A-Lens with its green and blue screen, and also when you PTT you get this red screen as well here. I'll just show that, see that go red. And it's the Motorola style radio with the front keypad. I mean, all of these ones have got keypads. Each DMR radio has its own characteristic when using it. It could be better audio, just the way the functionality is, the way it's programmed via the code plug. So this is why I like to have multiple DMR radios, because they're fun. Now, if you look at the RT3S here, it's got the Open GD77 firmware. I've turned on the band scope, but if we back out of the band scope, it's actually got a satellite tracker. So we push the green button, go down to options. No, let's go back. Let's find it. There it is there, satellite tracker, select, and it doesn't even have to have GPS to do this. It's got all the satellites. We'll select the next one. We see when it's going to pass and how long, and then we can go down twice, and it puts in the frequencies that we're going to need to actually transmit and receive that satellite. It's obviously dependent on our antenna. The Anytone 868, 878 radios, they are excellent because they have the most support and they're the easiest to get a code plug from. Plenty of tutorials to program the 878. So if someone says to me, which radio should I get, I nearly always say, well, I think you should get the 878 because, or 868, but 878 is the one I recommend because it's got APRS, Bluetooth, all the rest of it, because you're not going to have any problems with any help, and you can completely customize the screen. You can make the screen look like the HD one. Yeah, you could probably make a black and white screen as well. So regarding the MD380 type radio, now this one's running TYT tools. It's the simplex model, and it needs to have the sort of older firmware before firmware 14. Then you get the tools menu. So if you push the hash, and then you can start to look at the different tools, and it allows more functionality, manual programming, just full control of the DMR system. I will recommend that to really learn DMR, you program one channel from scratch. Once you've done that, then you will understand zones, channels, talk groups, color codes, slots, because to really enjoy DMR properly, I think that understanding is part of enjoying it, because then you know how everything's bolting together. why is a digital channel, why is it more useful? Because you can carry data and information, and you can have two channels or two lots of activity on one channel. That's slot 1, slot 2. And it's and it's actually quite nice to program a radio on your computer and then send all that information to your radio, and then there it is on the screen. That's actually a really enjoyable part of the hobby. So which is my favorite? Well, it's really hard to say now. The HD one, I love the screen on the HD one, nice loudspeaker. But saying that, when I'm using my RT3S with this Open GD77, the firmware is so fascinating and interesting, all the different things that it does. So I like that, and you can buy these for £90, and the firmware is free. The Anytone, they're more like £200. If you go for an older model, £100. And the TYT MD380s, RT3 radios, I think they're excellent. They came out, and for me, if you have one of these and a hotspot, it will completely transform your hobby. You can get a hotspot now. You can buy the MMDVM hat for £25, and you can make up a TTL to USB converter for £5. That's my open spot. So that's it really. Now, regarding the best HT for 2022, well, none of these came out in 2022. So to me, there hasn't been a newly released handheld radio, as far as I can see, in 2022. These are all existing radios. So, and it's virtually impossible for me to say that I have a favourite, because I like them all. So that's it. Thanks for watching my channel. Catch you on air. 7-3, all the best.